If we stand up to the bullies of the world, the autocrats and dictators, we stand up for those who are ready to unite with us, United States of America.
We also recognize, just as it has been in the United States for Jamaica, one of the issues that has been presented as an issue that is economic in the way of its impact has been the pandemic. So to that end, we are announcing today also that we will assist Jamaica in COVID recovery by assisting in terms of the recovery efforts in Jamaica that have been essential to, I believe, what is necessary to strengthen not only the issue of public health, but also the economy.
I've talked to Democrats who are on the ballot who want the president to, quote unquote, get out there. Not hide. One said, don't hide anymore in the White House. Get out and talk about these issues, and at least have, if they can't, beyond doing SPRO or the Strategic Petroleum Oil Reserve, have some I feel your pain moments.
Under my plan, which is before the Congress now, we can take advantage of the next generation of electric vehicles that a typical driver will save about $80 a month from not having to pay gas at the pump. If your home is powered by safer, cheaper, cleaner electricity like solar or heat pumps, you can save about $500 a month on average.
It's weird because on one hand, they're wondering why American companies aren't producing more oil. On the other hand, they're basically yelling at them and bringing them in front of Congress. I would say, and I've had many private conversations with these executives, and they're like, we're confused. The messages are all mixed. The signals are mixed. And by the way, those federal leases, a lot of them are offshore, and you only drill on certain tracks. So that 9,000 permits thing is, it's kind of like saying, why haven't you used all of your yard to build a house on every inch?
I'm going to continue to use every tool at my disposal to protect you from Putin's price hike.
Several years during the presidential campaign, President Biden campaigned on a pledge to ban leasing and permitting on federal lands. There were executive orders early in the presidency to do just that, and only because of legal challenges to some of those actions has some of that activity been resumed. Now he's trying to turn around and say, why aren't you actually producing on a lot of this land? And I know that specifically the oil industry feels like the administration has done an about face on that, and that it's hard to understand the messaging, and what's allowed now might not be allowed 12 months from now. So why would they make a long-term investment?
Ultimately, we and the whole world need to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels altogether. We need to choose long-term security over energy and climate vulnerability. We need to double down on our commitment to clean energy and tackling the climate crisis with our partners and allies around the world. So let's meet this moment together. Remember, we're the only nation that has turned every crisis we ever faced into an opportunity. We have a crisis, the price at the pump. So let's show some true strength in this nation, show our unity, our resolve, our innovative spirit in America, and come out of this long-term much better off. As you've heard me say before, I grew up in a family like many of you, where the price of a gallon of gasoline went up. It was discussion at the kitchen table.
Multiple sources tell CBS News that the federal investigation into Hunter Biden's business practices is broader than previously known. The probe is exploring whether the younger Biden and his associates violated tax, money laundering, and foreign lobbying laws. Business records reviewed by CBS News and documents released by Republicans in Congress indicate multiple financial transactions involving Hunter Biden, his firm, and a Chinese energy company called CEFC. Republicans allege that the company is an arm of the Chinese government. In 2017, the year after Joe Biden left the vice presidency, a $1 million retainer was signed with the Chinese energy company for Hunter Biden's services as a lawyer. His client, a CEFC official, Patrick Ho, was later convicted of international bribery and money laundering charges for unrelated work in Africa. This week on the Senate floor, Republican Chuck Grassley presented financial records that he said showed six-figure payments from the Chinese energy company to Hunter Biden's firm.
Hunter Biden and James Biden served as the perfect vehicle by which the Communist Chinese government could gain inroads here in the United States.
In 2019, the FBI took possession of a laptop purported to belong to Hunter Biden. A computer repairman in Delaware showed reporters a copy of a subpoena.
There could be a laptop out there that was stolen from me. There could be that I was hacked. It could be that it was the that it was Russian intelligence. It could be that it was stolen from me.
During the 2020 campaign, former President Trump's attorney, Rudy Giuliani, tried to generate media attention for what he said was damning evidence on that laptop.
Nobody believes it except his and his good friend Rudy Giuliani.
Investigators initially focused on tax issues and money transfers related to Hunter Biden's business activities in China. They've also examined his role while on the board of the Ukrainian energy company Burisma years ago. Biden has told associates he's paid outstanding tax bills, but then investigators examined the source of the funds to pay those bills. In recent months, investigators have begun discussing the strength of the case and whether more work is needed before seeking a decision on possible charges.
We have great confidence in our son.